We're so happy that you're all here to honor Barbara Shaw, who is our dear friend and was the founder of the Maasai Girls Education Fund. And we're also here to celebrate the future of the organization. Barbara's vision was to help girls and young women get an education so they could pursue their dreams. And we have one of our celebrated alumni students here to talk with you tonight, Caroline Kashinin. And then with that, I'm going to introduce Durwood Zelke, Barbara's husband.
Thank you, Sarah and Greg, and welcome to everyone. Barbara dedicated her life to building and helping develop strong girls. And she did it by setting an incredible example. She was a woman who lived a life of courage and strength, and she did it in a way that was no big deal. She just did it, as she did everything. She was a woman of action and changed their lives. And that was the seed of the Maasai Girls Education Fund. A gem of an institution, a jewel, beautiful and hard. I mean, Barbara built an institution that had steel in it, or diamond, and strong as can be. So we're here because Barbara left me instructions. She said, take care of the Maasai Girls Education Fund and make sure every promise that we made will be kept. So now I'm going to introduce our daughter, Tracy Piles, to continue the story. So welcome all of you.
So MGEF has made incredible strides and great progress since Mom first founded it. Today we have 101 girls who are actively receiving MGEF scholarships. 130 have received them to date. Plus, more than 3,486 girls, 2,302 boys, 1,052 chiefs and elders, 633 women, all Maasai, have attended the MGEF community workshops to date. Anyone who knows Mom and who's worked with MGEF isn't surprised by the precision of these numbers. So they show, not only with their volume, how deeply and vastly MGEF has penetrated the Maasai community, but they also show what really makes MGEF so successful and what an incredibly powerful force in the Maasai community. Because Mom was not only passionate about what she did and about her mission, she was also meticulous and organized and thorough. She did her homework, she discovered the need, she founded MGEF, and she dedicated her life to it. And she wasted nothing. She knew and she loved every single girl that she put through school, that she supported. And she made sure that each one was truly one that was in need. She could tell you the name of every student. She could tell you where their families lived, what villages they came from, who their parents were. And each individual girl's story, whether it was tragic or heroic or fortunate, was etched in her mind and heart. When MGEF was first founded, Mom started it, and she said, when MGEF takes you in, MGEF sticks with you. There are so many stories. And here's Caroline, who is a visionary in her own right. She's a really inspiring young woman with whom Mom shared a very special bond. From a remote village, Caroline started school at age 6 because she had this determination, which she must have been born with. She saw one time an educated woman come through her town, and she said, that's what I want for myself. And she begged her parents to let her go to school. She followed her brothers to school. Caroline is the last bright and shining star I'm going to talk about tonight, and an incredible example of what Mom's passion to help others can do. I mean, look at her now. She's a nurse. She's a strong Maasai educated woman here in Washington, D.C., aiming even higher.
It's not easy for me to do what I had to do today. When I heard that Barbara died, I cried a lot. many years. Because in 2006, when I met Barbara, that was the first time I met someone who really understood my vision and my passion. I went through a lot of years trying to tell people what I feel inside. But you know, like you walk in life and it is like you never find the right person to tell what you feel. But the first day I met Barbara, I remember I was with my mom and my dad, and we were just in a room like this in a meeting of Maasai Girls. And that was the year I got the scholarship. And I was talking while my mom and my dad were sitting there, and Barbara was sitting there. And when I talked to her after that, I just felt like this woman understands my vision. I found a place to pour myself down. I found a place to express myself. I found a place to tell people what I need and how I can get what I need. And that is what Maasai Girls provided for me. A home where I can find a way to where I wanted to go. I joined Maasai Girls after going through a series of scholarship from primary school to high school, and I kept on losing these scholarships. But since the day I found Maasai Girls, that was the day I got the real assurance that I'm going to achieve my dreams, because I found a person who understood what I needed, and she was ready to take me where I went. I will forever remember Barbara. I will forever honor her. She was a personal friend to me, not just a sponsor. It's not like you're sponsoring a child and you're living in New York and the child is living in Africa. It's like a story you're reading in a book. Barbara was a personal friend to me. I sat with her. I talked with her. I give her my mind. She gave me her mind. And that is why you see me standing here today, living my dream. This was my dream. My dream was that one day I will stand in front of people like you, people like the people I talk to in Africa, and inspire them. This was my dream. I am living my dream. I am standing here today because of a woman who came to my life and actually took me to live my life. This is all I have ever dreamt. This is all I have ever wanted. And I just want to tell Barbara in heaven, I know she is in heaven, that we as the Maasai Girls Education Fund girls, the 101 girls, are doing all we can to make sure that she is happy wherever she is. This is a huge organization. It's a unique organization. I will never imagine someone from Washington, D.C. will just mention my name the way my mother did. And Barbara will mention all the 3 names of all the 101 girls in one sitting, like this. You know, she knows everyone at a personal level. She understood everyone at a personal level. And that is one thing that is so unique about Maasai Girls Education Fund. If you have invested your money, your time, your resources in Maasai Girls Education Fund, I just want to tell you that you have invested in the right place. It is so amazing because the same thing that Barbara had in her heart for Tracy, that is the same thing she had for us. She took us as her own children, and she wanted the best for us as her own children. Barbara is a great woman. I am so proud of her, and I am very sure anyone who came her path will do their best to keep her legacy. I want to thank everyone who have invested in MGEF. We are so much proud of you. We are so much grateful. As an organization, we are doing all we can to make sure that where you are investing is so true and it is so real.